in this game, and like moves in general rarely tend to be plus. Jabs in this game are minus.
For a second, I thought that was part of the song. What's up, Nia? Congratulations on being first. What up, T? Congratulations on being first and a half. First to lose of the day. Now I'm stop playing. I hope you both are doing well. Yo, what up, Dre? Hope you're doing well, bro. Appreciate you coming in as well. We're gonna get started after this next song here. Man, it feels like with the turn of the season, I'm getting tired and tired, man. Pretty soon, I'm gonna start doing sleeping streams with the camera on. Hello, Captain. Appreciate you popping in. Thank you for the like. All right, y'all, we're gonna get started here. Maybe I should get this going.
No more heroes, it's hero begin to catch on nobody but yourself, nothing less to do.
Travis, it's kill or be killed.
All right. Hopefully the camera switches on when I needed to. Yep, didn't have to do it manually this time. But thank you guys so much for waiting through that starting soon screen. Appreciate you, Captain, Dre, Nia, T. Thank you guys so much for coming in and for being so early. Today we're going to be discussing mental health, gaming news, and then playing Silent Hill 2. Today is not really as heavy as a news day. Since we're starting a new playthrough today, I kind of want to get into the game. Today's mental health discussion is going to center around essentially staying the course being positive along the way and giving yourself that positive reinforcement as you're going through the process, whatever that may be, whether it's getting a new job, whether that's thinking better about your old job that you're currently working at right now, or just playing fighting games, whatever hobby you're giving your time to be that person that's not always like, I have to get better in order to feel good about it, or I have to be at this skill level before I can tell other people I'm doing it. If you're, whatever you're giving your time to, you don't have to be insanely good at it to constitute you telling other people about it if it makes you happy. You don't have to be so good at a hobby that you can even register that you do the hobby. For essentially, if you're a fighting game player and you're a beginner, you're still a fighting game player. If you're donating, you know, if you're playing the game, you know, that kind of thing. I'm not expecting you to win tournaments, not expecting you to be that type of person who's going to immediately come out just going to locals every day or doing online tourneys and stuff like that, or doing some type of professional play. You know, if you go to the gym, I'm not gonna, you know, immediately call you a bodybuilder unless that's what you want to be, if you're going through and actively building your body and things of that nature. And just being that person that's like being kinder to yourself, essentially, in whatever it is that you do and whatever it is that you give yourself time to, give your own time to. I think that's a big part of just living in general and life in general. Being able to stay positive no matter where you're at in skill level, in a hobby or in a career or whatever it is that you're doing, things of that nature. Because that's the part of the process that we have to like and love. The learning process as much as reaching those milestones and getting those wins, because that's what's going to keep you going longer than actually reaching your goals, is setting small mini goals along the way and things of that nature. But it all starts with being kinder to yourself, and it all starts with not holding unrealistic expectations of things you need to attain just because other people are obtaining them. If your friends around you are getting married, it doesn't mean you have to get married. If people around you are buying houses, it doesn't mean you have to buy houses. You know, things of that nature, you know. Just because somebody else got promoted doesn't mean you have to be. If you know what you're doing is right and it works out for you and those around you, then it's perfectly fine. This is why everybody says, like, we're not running on anybody else's clock. Social media has made it easier to see what everybody else is doing, but it doesn't mean that we have to be on the same time that they are. Do things at a pace that makes you comfortable and makes things achievable for you. So I think the biggest thing is making it make sense for yourself. That's the most important thing. Not getting so much caught up in what everybody else is doing. And getting those small wins for yourself. With that being said, that's essentially the basis of the conversation going forward. We're going to cover some more of this gaming news. I just kind of like wanted to give you guys something to think about as we do the stream today. Because you'll see it a lot in like movies, TV shows, and media. And different characters that are happy versus characters that aren't. And certain people that aren't necessarily rich, but they aren't poor either. Where they live, you know, a comfortable life and aren't super hard to please. How they can seem a lot happier than most other people. But yeah, let me switch screens here. But I hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Hope you're all easing into the start of this week. It is Monday, which for most people could be the most bland day of the week. But it's the day I look the most forward to because I get to talk to you guys about mental health and different things. And it's another day to get back in the rotation and see what I can accomplish throughout the week. Some Mondays are easier than others, though. But our first piece of gaming news today is apparently more than 700 Ubisoft France staff have walked out on a 3-day strike and dispute over home working and pay. This is the whole thing about knowing what you're worth. But the union says dictate to be in the office the dictate to be in the office at least 3 days a week is the straw that broke the camel's back. So over 700 Ubisoft France staff walked out on 3. Yeah. And this is over a dispute around the company's return to office policy last month. The French Game Workers Union, STJV, said the dictate to be in the office at least 3 days per week going forward was the straw that broke the camel's back. And according to Le Monde, They called the strike when Ubisoft management did not respond to its complaints. And STJV's Clement Montigny told Agence France Presse the company had reneged on its promises about homeworking and calls into question the way they organize their lives. At the time, the Assassin's Creed developer told staff it believed 3-day requirement would boost creativity and teamwork, but still respect individual circumstances. Translation, we want you more in the office so we can watch over you guys a lot more and dictate what it is that you're doing and working on a lot more. But Ubisoft stocks tumbled following the release of Star Wars Outlaws, that we know, falling by more than 10% in 2 days. And in September, the value of Ubisoft shares was 40% lower than at the beginning of the year, their lowest value in a decade. So that was pretty short. We've been seeing this more and more in the industry where a lot of developers are like not taking the nonsense anymore. They're walking out, they're just being like, I'm not dealing with this, which I love but also hate to see, because I love to see it because we're starting to see cohesion in the gaming industry. We're starting to see unionizing. We're starting to see people grouping up and just being like, we're not taking this anymore. But you also hate to see it because it's like, these people have been getting exploited for so long. They literally tried every other possible avenue and these people still won't pay them what they're worth. They still won't give them the money they deserve. Or things that they've worked hard on, even though these games wouldn't exist without them. But hopefully they're able to get this thing settled. Because if this next game bombs, if Assassin's Creed Shadows does not like blow people away, it's going to be looking very, very dark for Ubisoft. And that's not something I'm super happy about. But we also have more gaming news about a different team, what they have going on. I forgot this game came out, but I've been reminded of it by a few friends of mine. Tales of Kinzera. So the Zal studio puts team on redundancy and notices as it seeks funding. And the studio's first game was met with mostly positive reviews, so it wasn't like their first game bombed or anything. But goes on to say that they've decided to put the work of the Surgent Games division on hiatus while we secure funding for our next project. In the meantime, we've unfortunately had to put our team on notice for redundancy, and it's unknown how many staff stand to be affected. And there are still a couple exciting updates coming down the pipeline for ZA. And the statement continues, before calling anyone with the potential to fund a future project to contact the studio. So the tweet reads as, we've decided to put the games division on hiatus while we secure funding for our next project. Put the team on notice for redundancy. And everyone at Surgeon worked incredibly hard to create Tales of Kinzera Zal, a game that truly comes from the heart. Their passion, creativity, and dedication are nothing short of extraordinary. And there are still a couple exciting updates coming down the pipeline, but for now we have a message. Our team has created a prototype for a bold new project. It's darker, edgier, and more visceral than our first game, but it retains all Zal's high-octane combat and cultural depth, and we're looking for a partner. Help us bring our vision to life. And so earlier this year, this same company laid off a dozen developers. And the game was released earlier this year, published as an EA original title, and the game received generally positive reviews at release with a Metacritic score of 76. Oh, the studio is headed by the actor known for his work on House of the Dragon and Assassin's Creed Origins. Nice. Interesting. I hope they're able to get it together. I hope they're able to find the funding they need or get things under control. But for our next article, Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, you guys might have heard about this, especially if you're a Warhammer fan or if you've just been playing the game recently. Apparently, what's up, Hypereed? Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you popping in. Apparently, we have some things going on in Warhammer Space Marine 2 about some nerfs that players are not happy about. They are not happy about this. Supposedly, the Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 community is up in arms over sweeping nerfs made by the latest patch. So much so that some players are review bombing the game on Steam. Again, this is Update 4.0, which kicks off Space Marine 2 Season 2 with a new PvE map, Tyrannid enemy, and lethal difficulty, also changes the game balance in significant ways to make operations mode harder. But here's the relevant section from the update 4.0 patch notes. The melee archetypes. Fencing weapons' perfect parry window will not have the same duration as balanced weapons, but it will start from the first frame of parry animation. Melee perks, chain sword, power fist, combat knife, charge attacks perks get significant damage increase. Basic aspect scan, bonus damage on bosses is reduced by 30%. That doesn't sound good. Damage to bosses is reduced by 70% for the Melta charge. Enemy spawn director PvE, they tweaked the idle spawns. Enemy variety with waves is now less random, while the enemy variety between waves is bigger. Extremist enemies can now spawn with additional enemies. Ruthless ammo crates have limited refills per layer. Oh, this isn't Ruthless. In Ruthless, players' armor is reduced by 20%. Substantial players' armor is reduced by 10%. Oh, Lord. It's worth highlighting the change to the fence and weapons perfect parry window. Okay. Space Marine 2 combat is all about well-timed perfect parries. Indeed, they're essential for success in the harder PvE difficulties because they let you follow up with a high damage shot for your pistol. Fencing weapons were by far the most popular weapon type in the game due to their more generous perfect parry window compared to the balanced weapon type. Block weapons can't perfect parry, but update 4.0 limits fencing weapons active parry frames to the first half of the parry animation, frames 1 through 10. Whereas pre-patch it covered the entirety of the animation. This means fencing weapons now revolve around parrying at the last moment. Indeed, it may be the case that developers wish for fencing weapons to lean on last moment parries. In contrast, balanced weapons parry frames 11 through 20 and so require players to predict a parry in advance. There are trade-offs here when you get down to the stats, but the perception of this change right now is currently a negative one. Given that it halves the active parry frames of all fencing weapons. Then there's a significant nerf to basic aspect scan, which is popular. Some say essential method of doing bonus damage on enemies and bosses. Some of the operation modes bosses are incredibly tough, especially on harder difficulties. And the change to the Melta charge has sparked a backlash. This one-hit high damage piece of equipment, you can only carry one at a time, was often used against bosses to give Space Marines a fighting chance on higher difficulties. Now players say they're next to useless. And then there are the changes made to Ruthless and Substantial difficulties, which makes the operations mode a lot harder for everyone chasing rewards to those tiers. Stop treating PvE parrying like a fighting game, right? I was looking at that. I was like, you know, if it was a Souls-like or something like that, where you weren't fighting and it literally, what is it, Lovecraftian entities behind, well, man, horror is beyond, oh my goodness. Horror is beyond man's mortal comprehension. That would be more understandable. Words are hard. But even on a new lethal difficulty, which is designed to be brutally hard, players complain about its exclusive mechanic that only restores armor from finishers if you stay close to your teammates. What? Anyone who has played Space Marine 2's operation mode will know it's not easy to stick together, especially when playing with randoms. Some of the more raid style mechanics and operations require player coordination while Space Marines do their thing in different spots of the map. Players are now reporting that the radius players must be within to restore armor is tiny. This change then feels like a particularly harsh kick in the teeth. The backlash has also been aggressive and swift. The official Space Marine 2 Discord is packed with complaints, as is the Space Marine subreddit. Stop the nerf, give us fun. Haven't you learned from the Helldivers 2 experience? Nerf player equal negative reaction. Thanks for the nerfs in my PvE power fantasy game, said no one ever. Oh goodness. What's with all the bullshit nerfs? Extremely disappointing to see this game going the way of Helldivers. Hope they do proper balancing and not this lazy nerf shit. If I'm playing a frontliner, you need to 1v1 the bosses, your sniper does his job. Well, that's the neat part. Now you can't. And you cannot do so. Teamwork coordination? Nah. But the mention of Helldivers 2 is of course a reference to the backlash arrow. Yeah, we know. Nerfs the Helldivers 2 had, players move on to Helldivers 2. And then they had to rebuff almost the entire game again. But will Space Marine 2 end up stumbling down the same path? There are earlier signs that players may review bomb the game to voice their displeasure. On Steam, Space Marine 2's recent user review rating remains very positive. At the time of this article's publication, 181 new negative reviews were left so far today, October 17th. That number, many more oh my goodness, that number, many more than, what did they type here? Oh, many more than is usual for the single day. Seems likely to glow. It just flowed weird when I was reading it, at the pace I was reading it. But for Focus and Saber's part, in today's patch 4 notes, they admitted changes would make operations mode harder and promised to keep an eye on feedback. The developers made the changes, they said, because they felt operations mode was too easy, especially after the release of patch 3. This is not the last change, they promise. Here's a statement. With patch 3, we have noticed that operations mode became noticeably easier, especially chaos operations. We are happy with what we have right now compared to what we had on release, because before patch 3, chaos missions were unpopular. Still, we think that currently operations mode is a bit too easy. Overall, these changes are going to make operations mode harder, but it is difficult to measure by how much. We will continue to monitor those changes and continue to adjust the balance of operations mode. This is not the last change. The main problem with this is it's unbelievable. Oh man, I'd say the main problem with changes like these is that players can view them as lazy because all you're doing is changing damage values and nerfing things with percentages. Whereas a game like Killing Floor 2 and 1, what they did was they added different mechanics when you made the game harder. Or like different games where instead of being like, okay, we're increasing the damage the player takes by this percentage and then lowering the damage the enemy takes by this percentage, Killing Floor would add new moves entirely that the enemies would do at higher levels. They would move differently. They would have different mechanics that you'd have to watch out for and different abilities they would actually activate on top of like doing, you know, a little bit of extra damage and stuff here and there. But it wasn't just like, mainly Killing Floor 2 did this, but it wasn't just like an 80% damage increase at the highest level or like, you know, things of that nature. They actually changed how enemies performed and what their actual AI did. And I think that's really cool. Or like you had the AI director in Left 4 Dead, they would react differently. If you waited around too long, they would spawn a wave of zombies to come after you if you just were sitting in an area not doing anything. I think games that work like that, if they added something like that to Space Marine 2, or maybe like, oh, certain Tyranids get different ability types and different moves and things to do, people reacted more positively and it made the difficulties feel less artificial. Hold on, I think I have a package. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm about to go grab this package. Sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, I definitely think if developers, if more of them would add like different mechanics, which I'm not saying it's the easiest thing to do. You know, it's part of the reasons why I think most people go with damage numbers, is because you don't have to like really code anything too crazy into the game. So when you switch up a difficulty, it's like, oh, do this, this, and this. Like Legendary and Halo, I mean, there would be also different things added with damage, but certain enemy types would be more aggressive. They would throw a lot more grenades. They would actually do different things where they wouldn't do on the lower difficulties, which is one of the reasons why that game mode became so hard. And also why that game mode is also so well known. The AI would also like miss a lot less and other things like that. That's a whole another thing too, though. Some games you turn the difficulty up, the AI just all of a sudden just does not miss. Yeah, certain enemies would be there that normally wouldn't. It's stuff like that. Stuff like that. Like if they made a whole new Tyranid type, let's have it to be like, oh, a swarm of Rippers will now all of a sudden spawn around, you know, this and this, or dynamic events where the swarm grows stronger, or like have it be like a in-game event where at this difficulty they'll do things they normally wouldn't, and like certain types you wouldn't get that many of all of a sudden here. So you really have to coordinate and promote teamwork and working together with your friends. Yeah, skull like modifiers. Yeah, that was another way they did that. I think one of the skull modifiers for Halo was catch, and you constantly had to throw grenades. You had sticky grenades thrown at you by almost like a lot of different enemies. Different things like that. That was pretty cool. It would make for some funny moments too. But yeah, those are just my 2 cents. What's up, Sonic? Damage numbers just really lazy. Yeah, it can be for sure. Especially when we have access to so much more technology and so many more resources. It's just like, oh, we're still doing this. And it's like, it's not the absolute worst thing in the world, but I just would have liked a little more for a game like that. Especially since it's not like they did anything super duper crazy with the story and the gameplay wise. Like, it was nice. It was a dope game. Things were relatively simple, which wasn't a bad thing. Just if you're going to do this, you could have avoided this problem. But I don't have anything too crazy going on, Sonic. We're just discussing mental health, you know, staying on the path that you know is right. Staying positive and being kind to yourself and moving forward. Enjoying the journey as much as you would the destination. Kind of like that general kind of thing. Not beating yourself up. But, and moving on to other news, Denuvo creators have launched a Discord server to improve their image, and hundreds of people came in there and started lighting them up. Just started insulting the developers. I find it kind of funny, but I'm not gonna say too much about it. And how I feel personally. But I do find it kind of funny that they did this to improve their image and didn't foresee what was probably gonna happen. They've been ruining a performance in games for years. But the developers of the Denuvo anti-piracy protection technology, launched their own Discord server to establish contact with players. The creators of the DRM system said they wanted to answer frequently asked questions and dispel myths, including those related to the impact on Denuvo gaming performance. But we already know it does negatively affect gaming performances. People have done tests before and after Denuvo protection, and different tests on games when they had Denuvo, and when they forcefully stripped away Denuvo. But in 2 days, almost 2,000 people joined their Discord server, and some users began to behave aggressively. They began to write insults to the creators of Denuvo and the community managers, among other things. Denuvo was accused of harming consumers and the industry as a whole, as well as reducing performance in popular games. One of the users wrote that the gaming industry is dying because of Denuvo. Several people began to openly insult developers of the anti-piracy system and also wish death to its creators. No one deserves this, by the way. And Redditors under the nickname Rare Jeweler 8276, they dropped the whole government, wrote that he was blocked on 3 accounts for trolling. Sometime after this, the managers of the Denuvo Discord server limited the ability to send messages because moderating them became too difficult. The server also temporarily stopped issuing invitations. Community manager said that they would make some changes to channels to continue communication. The next day, the Denuvo server allowed sending messages again. New members can only write in the welcome channel where slow mode is enabled. Users who follow the rules are eventually given access to other channels. The moderators of the Denuvo Discord managed to cope with the new wave of negative users. Judging by the messages on the server, some players asked developers questions about the anti-piracy system. Creators of Denuvo said that if implemented correctly, the DRM mechanism does not have a noticeable impact on performance. The developers reported this earlier when commenting on criticism from players. The thing about it is, if they said when implemented correctly, it doesn't cause performance issue, and then more than half of the games who haven't implemented have performance issues, it kind of makes me, you know, curious. And like, who are they faulting for that here? Is it them or the developers they're saying? Yeah, somebody said genuinely what they did expect. Thank you for putting more obstacles in between me and my purchase while pirates that cracked Denuvo have to deal with nothing, leaving me with the worst experience of being a paying customer. Oh no, somebody couldn't play Persona 5 Royal when they had no work on that one day. Oh no, are they dropping links? Oh my goodness, they are. So you couldn't play Persona 5 Royale. Somebody was showing how low. No, not them dropping receipts. Not them dropping receipts. Dishonored 2, Death of the Dishonored 2, and then Death of the Outsider, Deus Ex Human Revolution, Bulletstorm, Motor Racer 4, and Rhyme. These are just some games they tested. Oh my goodness. If I'm modding a game on Steam Deck, I love that I can't hop Proton versions more than 5 times in a day. Oh no. Dragon's Dogma 2. Oh man. Thanks for making the media harder to preserve unless your software is moved. I love that the version of Hi-Fi Rush we have today with music licenses intact is going to disappear from history, eventually outside of YouTube. And that's the best case. Oh my god. That is crazy. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Man started dropping receipts about how this software makes gaming worse. And I've seen it from other people. So many other reviewers and developers will talk about like how much Denuvo sucks for performance, and how like Capcom was even one of the developers affected by this. Not just in Dragon's Dogma 2, but I think Resident Evil 7 had it, or 8. It was one of the two, maybe even both. But one of the two had it, and it directly impacted their performance and made it harder for players to play. Which a lot of people in their reviews will have to state like, oh yeah, this game has Denuvo, so maybe that's part of the perfection. It will cost people like 20 to 40 frames, which is a lot, and can be a lot for most people. That's the difference between playable and unplayable for a lot of people in the industry. It's insane. Depending on what game it is, and depending on what your PC specs already are, it would cost people, some people 20 to 40 frames. Not everybody, but it would cost you a decent chunk of frames. Appreciate you, Wolf.
Says, oh my sweet, delicious, serene, sexy, and savory maxi waxy.
That alliteration.
Always 1000% positive that I can stay the course when it comes to pleasuring you to completion. It is truly a journey from start to finish, from hard to soft, from gut to gurgle. Come here, you handsome, tasty fucker.
It's the alliteration for me. Look, gaming news. Gaming Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2. Love me hard. Whoa. We're discussing gaming news. That's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing here. Thank you for the like, Wolf. I hope your Tekken stream went well the other day. I saw you playing Lars. Yeah, gaming. We were just talking about Denuvo and
Mercy, I'm about to bust.
and how the Denuvo protection was ruining performances. And yo, it was so sad. What is happening? What is happening? What is going on? Oh, that's what that was? I didn't know that's what that outfit was. I haven't fully sat down and seen Dawn. I've seen bits and pieces, but I haven't actually like sat down and watched it or read it.
I beg your pardon.
Grinning?
I beg your pardon.
Grinning's here too? I swear it's... I was getting ready to lie. I hope you're doing well, Grinning. You know, we're having a nice Monday. Discussing some gaming news and some other things. Stop paying attention to my blushing hybrid. You're not supposed to notice that.
Freak ass nigga, he a 69. Yeah, nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, run for your life.
Oh no. Saw everything from the shadows. Main character transformation. I'm gonna have to go see it. Spider-Man 2 piece for PC is officially announced with a January release date, but no additional story content is planned. For those who don't know, that's where Spider-Man was running around New York fighting Venom with Miles. Really good game. Some people argue it should have been DLC. But Spider-Man 2 is apparently officially swinging to PC on January 30th, 2025.
He a fan.
Making it the latest PlayStation exclusive to make its way to Steam and the Epic Game Store. Nix's Software, which worked on porting the 2 previous Spider-Man games, will once again handle development. And this was announced during NYCC 2025. Insomniac's sequel rounds out the series on Steam, joining Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales on the platform. It's part of a broader push by PlayStation that's seeing God of War, Ghost of Tsushima, and other PS5 releases make their way to Steam. And notably, Insomniac appears to end hopes for its long-rumored Venom DLC by announcing the studio has no additional story content planned for Marvel Spider-Man 2, seemingly ending speculation dating back to last year. I'm gonna give you your points back for that one, Wolf, just because I'm not trying to put an emote-only mode right now. And the fact that I was gonna increase the points for that, but I just forgot. I didn't want that being that cheap. Oh my, I was gonna read that. I'm so glad I read that in my head, Hybrid, before I read it out loud. My goodness. I don't want to know story spoilers. But PlayStation's PC releases have been equally blessed and cursed, with fans complaining about the controversial PlayStation Network account requirements. God of War Ragnarok was the latest PC release that launched to mixed reviews over the feature. Bringing Marvel Spider-Man Remastered and Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales to a new audience on PC together with Insomniac and Marvel Games has been a great experience for us as Nixes. We're excited to continue this collaboration and bring Marvel Spider-Man 2 to PC with a suite of enhanced features, including enhanced ray tracing options to take full advantage of a variety of setups and configurations. And stay tuned for more details closer to launch. That's cool. By the way, if anybody's been thinking about playing It Takes Two, they just had some positive news about how well their game has been selling. No quitter, never met. My goodness. So It Takes Two has sold over 20 million copies. What's up, Reaper? If you guys have not played It Takes Two, grab a close friend, grab a family member, your significant other, wife, husband, not your situationship, actually. I might never finish this game, depending on how that's looking, but anybody you have a bond with, I'd recommend playing through this game with, because it is a beautiful story. And it is a relatively short game. It is something I'd recommend having an experience with somebody else. So much so, developers, even when you buy it, they give you a free copy to send to another person. But they sold over 20 million. This is a game you cannot play by yourself. You have to have another human being to play with you. It is directly meant to be a 2-player experience. And it is so much better of a game for it. When I say not every game needs like a super huge budget or needs to be super complicated or Oscar worthy and things like that, it is a very simple story, but it's very effective with the gameplay. and the way the story is directly intertwined into the gameplay and how your characters think and feel and what they do. Very nice. Wonderful story of collaboration, man. It is a very fun game. My wife won't stop talking about it years later. I played through this with my future wife, and it is a great game. Like, she didn't even play games like that, but we both had a great experience playing through this. Like, doing the puzzles and like actually having to be like patient with one another, and just being like, okay, I got you in this sense, or like, I'm going through this, I need your help, and just having that line of communication. It's really nice. Hybrid, get your dog to play with you, bro. Just like have them tap the buttons and move the analog stick with the nose. They got it. Get one of your coworkers to give them a copy and then play online. You got this. I believe in you. But it is a dope game. I'm happy to see they sold over 20 million. They recently just released this letter saying that, like, you guys are the best fans in the world. How you've embraced our game has blown our minds, and we're so grateful to every one of the millions upon millions who've enjoyed our time with Cody and May. If a man can teach a dog how to do a doken, I can teach my dog. Man, but this is great. This is great. I love this. Beautiful game, beautiful story. Highly recommend. If you have at least one other person to play games with, play this with them. Play this with them. It is a beautiful game. But speaking of another beautiful game, Subnautica is getting a sequel, and it will have co-op. It'll be hitting early access. It's technically the third Subnautica game, but it'll be hitting early access in 2025, and it finally brings multiplayer to the oh my goodness, words. I'm tripping up my words. The survival game series. A deep sea horror shared is a deep sea horror halved. Today's Xbox Partners Showcase gave us a look at Subnautica 2, which is, of course, the third game in the Subnautica series. The new direct sequel is set to launch into early access in 2025, and it's finally answering fans' prayers by adding multiplayer. I believe you can mod multiplayer into the first one, but I'm not 100% sure. But the brief trailer for Subnautica 2 appears to be in all cinematics, but it sets the tone for the new game with a brief look at how colorful, inviting the coral reef dive, followed up by the most terrifying deep sea encounter you can imagine. The big tease here is what we see multiple characters working together, a clear example of the long-awaited addition of cooperative multiplayer for up to 4 players. Subnautica now officially hits early access in 2025. It'll be available day one on Game Pass for the Xbox Series S, X, and PC. The developers have confirmed that it'll also be available on PC via Steam and Epic, but there's no word of a PS5 version just yet. In a new Xbox Wire blog, we see a handful of screenshots alongside confirmation that will traverse beyond planet 4546b. Some of this info has already been teased by publisher Krafton in recent years, though developer Unknown Worlds has to do some damage control on certain pieces of that messaging. It's been 10 years since the original game hit early access and 6 years since it went 1.0. It was originally meant to get a major DLC pack after launch, but that expansion eventually morphed into Subnautica Below Zero, a full-blown spin-off that hit early access in 2019 and went 1.0 in 2021. Early access periods have clearly been massive boons for these games. For my money, the original Subnautica is the best survival game out there, and well worth digging into eventually if you don't even, well, even if you don't click with the genre. Let me see if I can look up a trailer. What's crazy is Hades 2 just recently got their update in early access, if you guys don't know. I'm not going to read too much because the article spoils like what all new is in the update, but if you're someone who has Hades 2, I believe I'll talk about this with Tony and a few others. It's really good. Seems to be really good. Really liking how that game is shaping up. But let me see here. Let's see this trailer for Subnautica 2, because I'm definitely down to see like what this teaser is. I'm just glad they didn't give this man the Killmonger haircut. Oh my god. Yeah, I do know how multiplayer in certain games can kind of like lower the horror experience and like the feeling of being isolated and alone. But then again, you know, we also have other horror games that do that really effectively. And the thing is, people really wanted it. Like, it was a widely requested feature. Like, this is something the community, I'm not going to say everybody in the community wanted, but a majority of them kept asking for. And of course, like, I'm assuming if you don't want to play this game multiplayer, you don't have to. Like most of these games, you can just play it solo. Because I'll always stand by games like the Outlast Trials being really good. Because that game has a really strong atmosphere, and you can also play that game solo. Like, of course, you have things like Devour and other games that may not be as scary, or Lethal Company, which is really dope. Games like those. But of course, Subnautica, with the fear of like everything being in the ocean, that wide range of exploring the unknown, which is one of mankind's like most ancient fears. Just being out there, knowing that no one's coming to help you and stuff like that can be scary. That can add to it, especially with base building. Yeah. But I'd say we're gonna have to wait and see. Definitely gonna have to wait and see. I would enjoy it. I'm someone who loves playing multiplayer horror games. I like single player horror games, which is one of the things you're gonna be playing now. Silent Hill 2, one of my favorite games of all time. Dead Space, Outlast 1, like being something that really shook up the genre. Freaking Fatal Frame, Siren. Like, I'm someone who loves horror games and horror movies. So if I just start throwing obscure terms of like games that may be like popular to some and like some people may not have heard of them, like, you know, stuff like that. But most of the things I just listed are pretty mainstream. Yeah, Thalassophobia, yeah. But I'm someone who really enjoys horror games. It's just unfortunate because once you add multiplayer in a lot of these, a lot of them end up being unpolished experiences and end up being a little watered down because the core fundamentals are not there of like a great horror game, like things like great atmosphere, of course, like bugs and glitches being gone. And when some people play with their friends, it can lead to like not being as scary an experience. But games like Lethal Company and Outlast Trials show that you can still have fear while having multiplayer. Yeah, like that is something that can add to that experience. Like same thing in Lethal Company. Or like Pilgrim, which is like another Lethal Company-esque game, but it's set in the medieval era. Like different things like that. Like proximity chat is cool, but if you just want to hop in a Discord call with your friends and play a horror game, like Sons of the Forest was pretty nice about that. You're going exploring your friends, and you guys get split up in a cave, and you're trying to speak with each other, and you all of a sudden you can't reach each other with your radios. You know, like that being another thing. You guys are fighting the boss. Your whole village is getting raided by cannibals. Like that's scary. Depending on how you play and the type of person you are. Like me and my friends, we were playing Sons of the Forest. We just started eating the cannibals. We like day one, we landed on the island and we were like, well, guess we got to start eating people now. Like just a bunch of food still on a plane scattered around, like different animals running around. We're like, nah, we're eating people. We're eating people. We're just doing it. We're just doing it. It has to be done. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Stuff like that is always funny to me. But yeah, that'll be wrapping up for the most part our gaming news. Let me just double check and make sure that's everything. Nope, that is not everything. I lied. We have one more article today. Yeah, we have one more article today, which I think is pretty cool. Rogue Legacy. If you guys have not heard about this is that game where you go into a dungeon and you're playing as like your main character, and your main character dies, and then you play as your main character's kid, and if that character dies, you play as their kid and their kid and their kid until, you know, so on and so forth. You had different traits, like your kid could be born with like different traits that would make them more preferable or less preferable to play as, like gigantism, dwarfism, nearsightedness. Your character could require like wearing glasses. Your character could be really good at casting spells but really fragile, so he takes 50% extra damage, stuff like that, to modify and add things to the gameplay without you having to increase or decrease the difficulty. It's that type of game. And then the castle you head into is procedurally generated every time. Or you could pay one of the in-game NPCs to lock the castle and keep the same layout as long as you give him some of the spoils of your run. Really fun game. But the people who made that just released their source code for the first game to the public in pursuit of sharing knowledge. So Rogue Legacy, the game itself, is now open to all. This is the original art style for the first game. But it's a 2013 gem regarded by many as one of the best roguelikes around and has gone public with all its source code, all in name of preservation and sharing knowledge with the community. It is something you love to see, especially how hard it's becoming to preserve games and media since physical releases are becoming few and far in between. But speaking in a new post, independent developer Celador Games reveals that it's releasing the source code in collaboration with self-described Linux porter Ethan Lee. Since Rogue Legacy has been available for over 10 years now, it's been over 10 years since we released Rogue Legacy 1. And in pursuit of sharing knowledge, we are officially releasing the source code to the public. The excitement doesn't end there either. Andrew Borman, the director of the digital preservation at the Museum of Play in New York, apparently wants to team up with Celador Games to get a donation for the museum, and the developer is down. And they say they would love to work with you on an official donation to the museum. And the studio says sure and asked him to let us know what you had in mind. But it's certainly exciting, and Borman isn't the only one thrilled to see the source code go public. What a cool move, comments a fan. Going to be interesting seeing who can/will port what to where. It'd be kind of crazy if we start seeing Rogue Legacy on people's smart fridges. But suggesting a PSP port of Rogue Legacy to start, one exclaims that it's always awesome to see game companies do this in honor of game preservation. I agree, if only developers like Nintendo could follow suit, my dream would come true. So that's nice. Love covering things like that. But we're gonna boot up some Silent Hill 2 and start the playthrough of that for you guys. This is one of my favorite horror games of all time. I can't unfortunately say too much about it because I would go into spoiler territory, so I'm not going to say too much. But I know Grinning's been playing it. I don't know if Grinning has beaten it yet because I've been mainly lurking when he's been playing to avoid spoilers. Because I want to see what's new in this remake versus what's old. Because they've done some things to kind of like keep the vision. You beat it Sunday? Okay, cool. I was going to say, I thought I saw you playing it yesterday. How was the game in your opinion? Because a lot of people say they knocked it out the park with the remake. A lot of people were worried. Oh, whoa. Yo, Cesar, thank you so much for the raid. Is it Sayray? Did I say your name correctly? Thank you so much for the follow. Oh my goodness. I appreciate you guys coming in. Yo. If you guys aren't following Cesar, I highly recommend that you do. Just don't have your girlfriend in the Twitch chat when he's playing guitar. She'll leave you. But he's really cool. Plays a lot of different games. I've seen him play Elden Ring. Hide your girlfriends now. Get them out the room. They'll leave you.
Oh, yeah, boy. Oh my god.
Oh my god, what happened?
Stan.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. Oh. Oh no.
Agent Chavez, welcome in. Okay, cool.
Hallway, huh? Get in the car.
My leg.
Oh my, you got bandages?
Oh no.
Let's go.
Oh man. Thank you guys so much for that. That was interesting. Oh, is the clip playing again? Oh my goodness. Let me refresh this real quick. Sometimes that'll happen. Which is funny. But yeah, got a raid and run. Hope you have a good stream. Thank you so much.
Oh fuck.
Since you guys are new here, every Monday we do a mental health discussion. And that's based on different things. Today is mainly just staying the course, being positive about your progress, and not beating yourself up too much if you're not where you necessarily want to be. Just because no matter what you're doing, no matter what skill you're trying to get better at, no matter what you're trying to develop,
Hallway, huh? The fucking car.
it's very important to be kinder to yourself, very important to enjoy the process of getting better, of improving, and of moving forward. Just because it becomes way too easy to kind of like down yourself. If you've seen anyone play fighting games or shooters or anything of that nature and they barely lose, you see somebody grinding out a MOBA like League of Legends or something like that, and you notice how you can see them go through some of the most miserable, soul-draining games possible, and then continue playing the game for like 5 more hours and then feeling horrible afterwards. That's what we're trying to avoid here. That's what we're trying to get around. That's what we're actually talking about. People stuck in a grind like that, whether it's with a hobby, you're trying to learn an instrument, whether you're trying to develop a singing talent, whether you're trying to like dance, whatever it is that you're doing. I think it's very important to be kind to yourself, whatever you're learning, whatever you're doing, whatever you're giving your time to, whether it's people, whether that's a game, whether it's streaming, whether it's learning how to actually talk to another person, different things of that nature. Leaving a like. Thank you so much, Grinning. Appreciate you guys all coming in. But yeah, we do this every Monday, and we also cover gaming news on the channel. Typically, I play a lot of fighting games, but today we're starting to play through a Silent Hill 2. One of my favorite horror games of all time. And, you know, we always try to just leave a positive vibe for most people hanging out and just chilling. But I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you guys are having a wonderful start to your weeks. And hope you guys can find some peace here. Let me actually make sure my controller is working. Let me tap into the game. Nice. I think I previously adjusted the settings just to make sure we had the right settings and everything was working properly. Default settings best represent the vision behind Silent Hill 2. Okay. I think we're gonna do standard. We also have a host of different effects here, and we also are live on YouTube as well. I think after I finish the cybersecurity course, I'm gonna be able to get back to the content creation side of things. Cause man, like I got a crazy video I'm gonna be dropping soon about fighting game atmosphere. Konami really needed this to go well. Glad it's getting here. Glad to hear it's getting a ton of love. Yeah. I still can't believe they robbed us of the Silent Hills PT game, but you know, well, Silent Hills, which I think later got changed to PT. All right, I did have to set the custom. Oof. All right. Still waiting on a new Castlevania Lords of Shadows game. Didn't the story wrap up with the last one? Or was there still some things not answered? Cause I remember how 2 ended. Hold on. The cutscene. Let me stop being loud. Came for the shenanigans. What's up, Babs? Appreciate you popping in. I'm happy you missed everything that happened earlier. Oh no. Just getting immersed into Silent Hill 2. Got rated by Cesar. Jay came in being Jay, and then everybody judged me for it. In unison. We just have to mainly staying positive. Staying on the right road. Am I gonna have to turn on the other part of the filter?
In my restless dreams, I see that town.
Oh.
Silent Hill.
If it stays like this, I'll peel up the other part of the overlay.
But you never did.
So these black bars on the side can go away.
Well, I'm alone there now. In our special place. waiting for you.
Honestly, I could see that. That comparison shouldn't fit so well.
The name on the envelope said Mary. My wife's name. It's ridiculous. Couldn't possibly be true. That's what I keep telling myself. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago. So then why am I looking for her? Our special place. What could she mean? This whole town was our special place. Could Mary really be here? Is she really alive?
Oh my God.
Waiting for me?
Oh, we're just playing now. Okay, so let me do something here. We're gonna cap the frames to 60. We're gonna set this quality to high instead of epic. Or do we need to since we capped it at 60? Epic and high aren't that different. I'm gonna see how well this 90s filter is. I just need to test out the looks real quick, yo. How are we looking, y'all? Do you guys want the 90s filter on or do you want it off? Is this how it looks with the 90s filter off? I guess I need to ask everybody after the ads are gone. Or do we want it on? Ah, I see now. I might just leave it off. Not sure. Kind of makes it hard to see. So 90s is supposed to be a lot closer to what it was like in the original, where it kind of has this grainy gray overtone. Yeah, I don't think it's as effective here with like the current graphics and the technology. I'm looking at it right now. I'm not entirely 100% set on it. It's supposed to replicate that feeling of playing the original game slightly. Back when people used to play on like CRTs and things. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, it's dark in here. Oh, going to a dark room in this game is going to be awful. If I turn up the brightness slightly. Then again, there's not really a single light in here, so it makes sense why it's so dark. This man has not been living the best. Oh, okay, so this is an actual physical map we have to pull up. So we're in an observation deck right now. The graveyard is directly ahead of us. The way leading into the town is to our left. I wanted to make this as immersive as possible, so if you guys don't see pop-ups for certain things and stuff, that's why. Let me actually move this. There's sprint. I don't think so. There is a dash though. That's new. Can I use this? What's the use button? Y? Okay, yeah, no, I don't think I can. Yeah, no, there's nothing to see. They actually have it too where you can turn on different hints of like navigation and things. Let's go down here, I guess. They said when they were developing this character for the remake, they had to take James through a few different designs because some of his other designs made him look too cool. Like, as simple as this game may appear to be, there's actually a lot of things behind the development which made it as great as it was. Like the dialogue sounding weird and like a little bit off, that's all done directly on purpose. The characters sounding a certain way. The designs all have like a deeper meaning and theme to them, which I'll tell you guys more about as the game goes on. Even the bosses. Oh my. This is the important part of like setting an atmosphere of a game, like just being able to hear everything you're walking through in the middle of the woods, and it actually seems like you're walking in some woods. Something as simple as the trees blowing in the wind can seem unnerving. Yeah, like what is that? Like this wasn't an original. This is also the studio that made the Blair Witch game, The Medium, and a few others, which aren't highly regarded by most people, but they still had some crazy themes and some good ideas in them. The execution just wasn't the best. Like, speaking of the Blair Witch, the friend was telling me about how the production of the actual movie went and why some of the actors were pissed off with the director. Because he would tell like each individual actor to do something different, and he wouldn't tell the others. Oh. Like he gave one actor a map, and it would tell another one to rip up the map after a certain point, and he wouldn't tell the others about it. He had one person.
It's like someone's groping around my skull.
Oh my goodness. One person dress up as the Blair Witch and follow around the cast and didn't tell them that would be happening. And it was the entirety of the movie. And they didn't see it till like one of the very last few days of shooting. So the actors and actresses were like lost for real in the forest and had all this crazy stuff happening to them because the director was telling them all different things and different information, which is why like in the movie their stories aren't adding up and people are like, well, what happened with this? What happened with that? And nobody could fully answer because everybody's constantly being told something different and they're constantly going off the beaten course and off the beaten path. I thought he would use his hands to open that, not his whole face. Okay, so just the cutscenes are like this.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry. I was just...
Hey, it's okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost.
Lost?
Yeah, I'm looking for Silent Hill. Is this the right way?
Yeah. It's hard to see with this fog, but there's only the one road. You can't miss it.
Thanks.
But I think you should stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it. And it's not just the fog either.
Is it dangerous?
Maybe. It's kind of hard to explain, but
I'll be careful.
I'm not lying.
No, I believe you. It's just... I guess I don't really care if it's dangerous or not. I'm going either way.
But why?
I'm looking for... someone. Someone very important to me.
Me too. I'm looking for my mama. I mean, my mother. It's been so long since I've seen her. I thought my father and brother were here, but I can't find them either. I'm sorry, it's not your problem.
No, I hope you find them.
Yeah, you too.
But yeah, you guys see how like that dialogue is kind of written in a certain way, from the characters' deliveries to the awkward body language and stuff like that. Kind of giving like an almost dreamlike delivery. That's all intentional, and that's how it kind of was in the original. Well, that's how it really was supposed to be in the original. Oh wait, okay, so we gotta go back this way. Forget how awkward she just kind of stands there. And there's always a theme in Silent Hill. I believe the whole thing is everybody who comes to Silent Hill comes willingly. It's not like you end up there on accident. There's always one way, shape, or form or something that brings people into the town. We'll save the exception of like 1 or 2 games, I want to say. One being Downpour, because I don't think he specifically was going to Silent Hill on purpose because he was an escaped convict. And then there's another one which I'm forgetting about. But I think save for those 2 games I'm thinking about, every other protagonist has come to Silent Hill of their own volition. Silent Hill 1, I believe the main character is looking for his daughter. Silent Hill 2, this character is looking for his wife. And there's different themes that vary from game to game. Silent Hill 4 mainly takes place in a small apartment building. 2 taking place in the town, 1 taking place in the town. 3 having a few different locations. Homecoming taking place in another town as well. Downpour, same thing. Like some will give you the run of the city, others will give you like a few locations within there. Yeah, that's where Pyramid Head comes from. Specifically, Silent Hill 2 is where Pyramid Head comes from. And his meaning and whole appearance has a deeper meaning to it, and there's a whole reason why he's in this game. But I can't say what it is yet. It's a huge story spoiler. But yeah, and this is the main protagonist of 2. James Sutherland. I don't remember if it was like one of the things where they had different combinations of different names from different serial killers, or what was it that made these people have their names. Let me see. I can't remember for sure though. It was something that explained.
Huh? This is whack.
Oh god.
You with this shit?
Oh lord. What's up, nightmares? But you see how like we're kind of walking in and it's getting foggier and foggier. It's also like one of the things, like once you enter, depending on which game it is, you outright just can't leave. Like once you're there. But for the most part, most of the characters don't even want to because they still have their goals and different things they have to accomplish. Ooh. Like for the most part, the earlier games delve into the psyche of the human subconscious. Which is why the monsters are designed the way that they are. Because all the monsters hold some type of meaning to the character facing them. And that's one of the reasons why she said you possibly don't want to go. It's dangerous. It's because everybody's dealing with their own unique demons, their own unique monsters within their minds that the town pulls out of them and forces you to face. Later, certain monsters just become so iconic they end up reusing them as different assets. But early on in the series, that's what they were supposed to represent. That's what they were supposed to mean. Like, this game is also where the nurses make their appearance. Went to town to get the window fixed. Spare keys in the drawer. We see like how everything has this ominous presence. My body is ready. just Pez being like, all right. Stop yapping. Get the monsters on the screen. We know what you're here for.
Hello? Anyone in here?
I guess we're going in. Oh, X being A because they're teaching me PlayStation controls. Ooh. We can actually rotate this. Auto service and tires. Well, that's generic. Not that I'm complaining. Oh, man. I don't know if it's a thing in this game, but just letting y'all know how like detailed this game could get. Your ending would change based on how long and which parts you looked at photos of your wife in the game. And like the letters and things you would earn. Because this game also had multiple endings. Oh. Put anything else in here that I might need? I don't think so. It's so dark. But it's just this game had a lot of hidden details in it, just different things it would do to mess with the player. Like there'd be noises and there wouldn't always be a monster. There'd be certain things that would happen and there would be like no explanation for them whatsoever. That's kind of crazy the lengths they went to. I guess I'm not gonna hop this fence. Look at the details in the mud. My footprints are actually showing up too. That's pretty cool. That's how you know I'm a nerd. I get excited about stuff like this. I guess we're not going in there yet. But this game is able to just raise my heart rate off of pure atmosphere alone. And we haven't even seen anything yet. Staff only beyond this point. I guess I'll work here. What if he just turned around and just didn't come back? To be fair, if my dead wife sent me a letter, I'd go too. Lot of walking. This game is actually performing pretty smooth. I can't even see 10 feet behind me. It's almost as if the fog is following me. I'm a sucker for good atmosphere in any game. Like, if a game can make you get immersed into just a different environment and what they've got going on with the story can make you like get attached to the characters, even if you may not necessarily like them originally. It's really good. Like Outlast has that really well. Dead Space had that really well. Of course, like the original Silent Hills. Resident Evil did a good job of that. DBD Fog, is that you? I wouldn't be surprised if that's where they got some of their inspiration. Like, it's a really influential series. Because I can't see what's behind me at all. Only what's in front, really. There's gonna be a time where this thing behind me is gonna disappear too. They even added a quick turn. And while like the original is great and all, I'd recommend if you wanted to experience Silent Hill 2, you're probably better off playing this remake rather than the original, because the original has tank controls and those have not aged the best. Can I go over here? No. Plus the graphics aren't going to be for everybody. And there's a lot of quality of life enhancements this one has that the original obviously isn't going to. Enjoy your stay, reach Silent Hill. So we're here now. We're in the city now. And this is essentially how big the city is. But you're gonna see this map is might change here and there. At least it's not gonna seem like we're in the same spot. Alright, so where are we gonna go first? Let me just double check something here. Alright. Ooh-wee. That can't be good. You can really get the impression of how much this town has aged by just seeing the conditions of the buildings and everything. Like, it truly just has that abandoned feel. Really gives you that feeling that you're walking around in a bad part of Gary, Indiana. Like certain parts of Detroit.
Hey, wait.
Oh God. What's he looking at? There'd also be a thing too where if you didn't want to have, oh God, annoying prompts and stuff like that, this game got around that by having James look at different things that were of interest or different directions, or the actual character himself responding to certain things with his body language, to the point where you didn't need to, the game didn't need to say, hey, look over there. It was a lot more immersive that way too, and this remake keeps that same feature. Some of these houses look like townhouses in Chicago. You would not catch me dead walking down an alley like this. Well, I think the only time you catch me walking down an alley like this is if I was dead. In which, in that case, I'm probably being dragged. Something's on the other side of this fence. You know, this game has a technique of making you do things you don't want to do. You think there's something on the other side of this fence, you're hearing a weird noise, your character's like, what is this? And you don't want to go there, but the game is like, you gotta go there.
Hello?
Like, bro, what are we doing? James, what are we doing here? That clearly is not your wife. There's also one thing that got me thinking differently. It's like, you would think in a horror scenario or a horror movie, you would think like, oh, this character wouldn't go here, wouldn't do this. But when you think about it in context of the situation, nobody who's ever in a horror movie or in a horror game, with some few exceptions, of course, ever knows that they're actually in a horror movie or in a horror game. It might be his wife called to her. Oh no. Yep. Moments like those. Unless his wife had that Gawk 3000, I don't think she'd be walking around sounding like that. He's melanin-less. He'll be alright. She walking around foaming at the mouth. I'm just gonna go out this window. No? Okay. All right, yeah, nope. We're just gonna walking down the hallway, you know, just chilling, just chilling, you know. Housekeeping. Oh, a radio.
Stay back.
Oh God. I don't want what you're selling. Oh my God. Nah, I ain't letting you get back up. Seriously, Quan Chi's fatality in the old Mortal Kombat game. We doing this for 4 hours. All right. Just had to make sure, you know.
What was that thing?
All right, cool. One more for good luck. All right. All right. All bets are off now. Yeah, so even that monster has a representation specific to the main character and what he's gone through. We're just gonna go through this window and nothing bad's gonna happen, right? All right. Well, that wasn't strange at all. You know, these things happen. Sometimes you go into town looking for your dead wife and then you get attacked by something you can't fully understand. And then the game just goes back to being normal. You asking, is that blood now? Oh my God. Man's seen better days. If you're reading this, leave. This place is not what it seems. Sometimes you just have to look behind. Oh God. That's dried blood. Well, that moment of respite didn't last long. What? Why is it crawling on its stomach like that? I'm gonna go save the game. I'm gonna go save the game. That's what I'm gonna do. Can't be worth it, James. It's coming off the side of the building. They're doing all this with no hands, by the way. So wait, are they spitting on the side of the buildings to make themselves sticky to climb up it? Sorry, y'all, that was an intrusive thought. This man must have really loved his wife. It's underneath the car. I see you. Look at it just waiting there. You know what? Hold on. Oh my God. It just hocked to it on me. Hasn't anyone told you spitters are quitters? All right. I am not doing so hot. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. We are probably not gonna last the longest. This is Resident Evil, some marijuana would make me feel better. So dark in here. Everybody eventually gets a flashlight in these games. I wonder when they'll give it to us. That'd be RE5. Oh. Nah, you serious? Oh my God. Nah, where you going? Stay on the ground. Just stay on the ground. Just stay on the ground. Just stay on the ground. Bite the curb. Ay, ay, ay. That is getting stepped on by Max. Oh no, Jay, not you. Lucky is crazy. Can I get a drink or something? I just killed 2 monsters. I got any apple juice back here? I'll even take tap water at this point. Nothing. You know what? Actually, we probably need to go through here, right? Oh wait, no. Does this thing have a jukebox? That'd be nice. No more locked doors, please. Dasani! I'm gonna die of dehydration. The only people who drink Dasani are liars. Because nobody drinks Dasani. Yeah, I don't think there's anything back here, so I think I'm gonna just leave. I've been like moving around, just checking, because I don't know if this game is gonna like hide too many secrets. Just gotta be sure, you know. Oh no. How did I tell you this, Pebs? Let me stop. Hey man, got Fiji water in the Dasani bottle. Man, I'm going home. De Nouveau? Oh, it makes sense. Makes sense. Two companies are like terrorizing their consumers. He said, "Bae, I can explain." This is how the average person looks after drinking Dasani. This is how it'll leave you. No, I'm going in the circle. Okay, let me go to these apartments. We've been to the bar. Let's go to these apartments. It'd be funny if there's a secret ending where you just go back, you get in the car, you just drive off. I never did find out what happened to Mary, but I realized I ultimately don't care anymore. Y'all phone work? Nope. Imagine somebody says, "Oh God, I'm gonna start calling these guys streetwalkers." Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. What I tell you. Man. All right, now you're dead. I'm waiting for that pool of blood every time. Combat in here feels so chunky. Love it, actually. Oh no. I'm not fast enough to outrun anybody. You didn't see anything. Just take the beating. Just take the beating. Just take the wood. Just take the wood. Just take the wood. Stop fighting back. Just take the wood. Stomping dudes out, be limping when you walk. It's because I'm putting so much effort into stomping them out that I'm limping. Almost went into a circle. You're right. Maybe they really are streetwalkers. I don't know if they wore those in the original. Actually, I don't think their feet were that defined though. This is what happens. Everybody becomes an OnlyFans model and they don't make it. You start walking around the streets of Silent Hill yelling Lincoln Bio, $5 flash sale. Clearly there's a monster somewhere. Every time that radio goes off. What? A beetle? Really? I hate you. He was looking at it too. I was like, what is he looking at? Is there... I need some bandages, man. I need something. Could you imagine trying to pimp in a place like this? Why is it just face down, cheeks up, huh? That's just where we at right now, huh? You know what? We only double tap around here. Not another one. Put some clothes on. I don't know how many times I gotta tell y'all I'm not coming to the freak off. There's a bunch of Diddy's disciples who slathered themselves in baby oil. Now they're slithering around the streets. What's all the white sheets here, actually? I didn't do this. The door that wakes in darkness, opening into nightmares. Fresh linen for the 50-foot bed. Where am I? So we can't go this way. So the game is soft railroading us into where we need to be. At least we can't go here yet. Interesting. Door to darkness on in the Kingdom Hearts, yeah. That's the thing, this game would like also throw in stuff you couldn't really understand and would not explain a lot of it to you. Which is what I like. You don't always have... Part of the mystery and keeping the mystery in games like these is not explaining every single little thing that happens. This has a keyhole. I'm assuming these doors are locked. Crazy. Yeah, like you just go where you need to go. You just figure it out. So apparently there's something in Neely's bar still that I need to discover. Apparently. I'm assuming that's what the circle means, because it has a check mark if you have everything you need. So I think we're gonna have to go back there. Oh, there is a sprint. There's been a sprint this whole time. Look at the way he running. This is how you run when you're losing the battle. You're trying to make it home. The door is locked. You gotta go to the bathroom. You may or may not make it. Did you pick up your tab, your freeloader? Oh my goodness. I killed y'all earlier, please. You know what? Now don't run. Don't run. Got something for you. I got something for you. It's either you or me, and it's always gonna be you. When it comes to monsters, y'all, I'm racist, bro. I do not stop to ask any questions. I don't ask for like... I don't try to find out anything about where they came from, how they ended up like that. I'm just going out of my way. I don't even have to fight this one. I'm just like, you gotta go though. Oh my god, he's fighting back. Y'all didn't say y'all could do... Ooh! This is against the rules. Fighting back is against the rules. Let me go back in this bar. The bar is different now. Jay's gonna be jealous seeing how much wood these things are getting. The bar is completely different. Did y'all notice that? This was not lit earlier. Oh. They got slow jams on here? Or is this a different bar? No, this has got to be the same bar. Yeah, it's definitely the same bar. Sorry, James. Okay, so apparently it needs an actual key. There was a hole here. It's gone now. Chief Keef on vinyl? Oh my god. I'm just mashing A on everything. I don't think I have what I need. Don't know what got into him. He just started smashing the thing. Had to throw him out. He ran off, cried he'd fix everything. Gathered up what I could. Still haven't found one of the buttons. Half the record is still lodged inside, but the other part's missing. Figured he must have taken it. Come to think of it, he did run towards Groovy. Anyway, maybe go check on him, see if he's alright. He lives over at Seoul by the pharmacy, apartment 9. I guess that's where we're going. Like how we're on death's door and James still has time to like scratch that out. It just goes to show how important note-taking can be. Same, they've recently started updating the old one again. And you open the map in real time, so it's not even like you get a moment of respite with this. Okay, so this was not the right way. Unless we can cut through some of these houses. Yeah, no. Unless he's writing like that's where we got the ju- yeah, no, okay. I see now. Have to write down your own map for games in a Marble notebook, man. Okay, so we're going straight. I don't want to waste all my stamina. This man's already on death's door. This gotta like very quickly be one of his worst days. Man went from being perfectly healthy an hour ago to being like, I shouldn't have gotten out of bed today. The cheese factory exploded in France? What? Oh, I can't take on 2 of you at once. 3 is a bit of a crowd. Why is it crawling towards me like this? Close the distance, please. No, I'm dead. Oh. That is crazy though. A cheese factory? What caused the explosion? Hope everyone's okay. That was not groovy. That was not groovy at all. Oh. That was a pun. I didn't know that was the type of cheese. I actually thought that like that was the actual thing. That one was just blocked by my cultural ignorance. I missed. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. This is how we're doing this. Ay, ay. Where's the mercury shop? Toluca Lake. Enjoy almost 60 acres of a picturesque retreat. It's the perfect romantic getaway. Lakeside Amusement Park. Spend a magical evening with Robbie the rabbit, Kathy the kitty, Huey the horse, and Don the duck. Fun times await. Lighthouse. Take in the view. Let it take your breath away. Old Silent Hill. Venture off the beaten path and discover the hidden gems of Silent Hill, such as the beautifully preserved Balkan Church. I'm definitely on death's door now. Oh, oops. Not 100% sure on that one, Hybrid. I think it's more so of a tourist thing for like as promotion in this game. Can't fully remember. That radio's going off again. Something I'm not gonna like is nearby. Are you under the van by chance? No, you're in the store. Stop reading, James. Ooh. Whoa. Nah, come outside. Come outside. It's also the crazy thing about not having instanced areas. Whew. I'm trying to see if they'll come outside. Right this way, please. What's funny is the way the textures are set up, I can't see inside from outside. Are y'all by the door? Guess that answers that question. I guess I have to go in, right? Okay, no, you're coming outside, right? Right? Yes. That's actually kind of terrifying that can happen. Look at her knees. Well, its knees. I don't want to assume it's gender, right? That's kind of rude. Monster or not. Oh! Have to be very careful. Monster neutral, bro. You gotta be respectful, mate. Gotta respect his options. Not you getting fat shamed. Oh my goodness. He wasted no time. What? Please don't tell me that hit me. Please die. Please die. All right. I need some medicine. Max ain't a barber, but he'll run a fade real quick, man. You got to. Where's the other half of this record? Gotta glue these back together, I'm assuming. A remote. Wait, hold on. He looked at something over here. What is he looking at? Or is that just his character model? That's just the model. Kendrick Lamar on vinyl. Oh, thank you. My one a day for men vitamins. See where looting will get you? Music can bring you back to those wonderful moments you thought you lost. That's very nice. It's in the cash register. I'm definitely looting stuff. I'm finna be like, yeah, you know, I got this from this haunted town. Time to go. We don't have to take this fight. I'm leaving. I'm right in front of you though. I ain't letting you survive. Gotta get out of here. I miss small computer stores like this that used to exist. Not enough sliding on monsters. 1 out of 10 is crazy. Right, Radio Shack? Radio Shack used to be nice. All right, let me read this. Janitor came in the other day drunk and in tears, had half a record with him, kept yelling, we gotta fix it somehow. I was willing to do it just to shut him up, so I gotta get the glue from the cabinet, but then he realized he only had the one half, so he ran out. Can't do much about the record. Maybe ask around at Neely's next time you're there. It might be one of theirs. So the janitor was just having a mental breakdown around the janitor was just crashing out. That is crazy. I wonder if people had to use this for like any of their game discs and if it worked. Because man, I remember people used to try everything, like putting toothpaste on the back of them if they weren't working properly, if you had a PS2 game and stuff like that. Remember if you had a 360, people wrapping their Xbox 360 in a towel to get around the red ring of death. Like those are crazy times. It also reminds me like a lot more people were willing to tinker with something to get it to work. And slowly but surely, like we've been weaned off of that by, I think it was mainly just a cultural stuff, really. Like having the lack of time, money, and resources to kind of just like, all right, I'm gonna fix this myself. This kind of sucks. Trying to put the record in. Oh, so we gotta. I heard a noise. Is that an actual monster outside? Okay. I'm not gonna waste my time wondering about it. So this looks like to be like a small little puzzle. Or maybe not. Maybe I just need to put the record in there. There we go. Oh. I actually don't know how these jukeboxes work. Waiting for a new spin-off, Loud Slope. Whatever, missing. Oh. So it's not number 3. Which record is that? Are you missing a button? Do I need to go grab a button? Hold on. So we just put that in there. Oh, okay. I see. So we just got to figure out which number it is, and the letter is whichever letter you're going to select. It might be in the B section. If it's not in any of these, that means I need another button. Don't tell me it's like going to need that second button, because if so, we're going to have to come back here. We're probably gonna need that second button. Yeah, it's probably gonna be that second one. I'm just checking just in case though. Oh no. We're actually gonna need that button. Oh, James, looks like our princess is in another castle. We need a button. I guess we're gonna have to go to these apartments next. I wanted to be doubly sure though before I like just outright assumed. Ooh. Accidentally made another slot. Oh well. Do we have street signs? Like, if I wanted to just navigate this without using my map, could I? Oh, there we go. No parking, garage, and constant use. All right. It's either you or me. I almost forgot the attack button. Gotta get rid of you. There are monsters here. Assuming they mean the scarab. We actually did get told his apartment number. I think he's apartment number 4. What's this? Can I move this actually? It has the white cloth. Yep. Apartment 5 left his key, so yeah, there's a leak from upstairs. Says there's a leak from upstairs. Got to check it out. Okay. It sounds like this place just wasn't that fun to live in before all this happened. Hey, found a key 5. Wait, you know what? We could probably open this door now. Guess we're going upstairs. I'm gonna come down there in a minute though. I want to kind of explore around here, see what else is over here. Oh! Green pharmacy. Oh, y'all healthcare is expensive too. Nothing on this side. Can I get some health, please? Nothing. I hate it here. A syringe? This looks like a wonderful way to get tetanus. Apparently tetanus is what we want. I don't think I want to go in that room. What's around here? What's around here? Is there a scarab on the floor? Please tell me it's a scarab on the floor. This is more like demoralized. Man said I'm getting that pump one way or another. Man. This is more horrifying than there being an enemy that jump scares you is when you know there's an enemy around, but you can't pinpoint where it's at. Man, y'all was really in here living like this? Oh no, James! Let's go right back through, James. Let's go right back through. Hold on. Oh, what's in the newspaper? Can we read that? No? Okay. Having the ability to fight back, but not knowing that there's something always more terrifying. Yeah. Because once you get used to fighting back, like once you get used to running away, it's like, oh, okay, no matter what I do, it's kind of going to be like, I have to leave versus fighting back and there being an enemy around you and still playing with those concepts that would be in the game where you mainly have to run away. Like giving you the ability to fight back, but knowing you're not the strongest thing out there. Yeah. Where if you mismanage your resources and your time and effort, like you could still die horribly. I'm waiting for something to jump scare me, and the fact that nothing is also scary too. Because this allows you to get immersed. This allows you to be in the atmosphere. This allows you to be like, I don't know when the next thing around the corner may be. And if anything jump scares me, it's probably not going to be a monster, even though it very well could be. Like that little moment right there where that rock fell. None of that would have happened if I was always expecting jump scares. All right, Mr. X, no words, no sprinting, no running. It's just speed walking. Just, I'm coming to run your fade. Are you ready for this? Oh my. Leon comes around the corner, Mr. X. He's like, you know how long I've been waiting for this? Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself, yeah. Then she came and washed it all away, started to make sense again. It's this place, I can't fight it. Gotta get my head straight. Quick stop at Texan, then we're going. I hope they got out. You either got rockets or you running, boy? What's in the bathroom? Oh. Don't do it, James. Hold on, before we do this, this is the moment from the OG game. Like, why are you putting your hand in holes where it doesn't belong? Even you haven't met this hole's parents. You haven't even introduced yourself. You don't even know that hole's name. Let's go outside real quick. Right? I guess we're doing it. Look, you can tell his face and his body language he doesn't want to do this. Why? Ugh. Oh, God.
Oh, dang it.
Man. Dice? Oh, no, it's the key we need for the jukebox. Why'd he put it in there? And the fact that nothing crazy there happens is what makes it so unnerving. Ooh. Like having a jump scare like this, like a floor that leads to nowhere. It's just wild, man. Look at this awkward ladder angle. Look at this awkward ladder angle. It's so claustrophobic. There's nowhere for me to look. I can't tell if there's anything behind me, so I'm at the game's mercy. Running out. The tension is just nail biting, and the game hasn't really done much. It hasn't needed to. Couple monsters here and there. All that tension built and nothing. Yeah. Leads up to your mind like what's gonna be around this corner, what's gonna happen next. So that moment where you do encounter something, you're like, I knew it. But it's still horrifying because the monsters don't overplay their part. They're not everywhere. So it helps the player not get used to it. To the point where even the smallest things will still scare you. Oh, you know what? Yo, Shaggy, thank you so much for the sub, bro. 22 months in a row. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. We're just currently getting scared in Silent Hill 2. Crazy game. I'm loving it. One of my favorite horror games of all time. I was about to start playing it black. I see. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. It really means a lot.
Park on the lake. We spent the whole day there. Just the two of us staring at the water.
Just a moment where he can collect himself and enjoy something simpler times. But then it gets ruined. I think that encompasses a lot of themes in this game. Moment of relaxation for the player to actually like connect with the main character. I don't know if this game, if they still kept the thing where it's impacted by when and how long you look at photos of your wife. I'll try to keep them to like in-lore moments. I would absolutely love a flashlight. Or do I already have one? I'm pressing most of my buttons. Doesn't seem to be there. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, well. Pretty sure we just move this over here. Please, nothing be in this room. Oh, thank you. He came back after you left. It's fine. He didn't try anything. He just seemed sad. Mumbled something about getting out of town with someone. I wasn't going to let him drive in his condition, so I locked him out. This car should be out back. Maybe check if it's still there by morning. The greenish blue one. Plate number ending with 06, I think. They gave me health, so I must be about to counter monsters again soon. Oh. What was the note saying again? Greenish blue one. Not that one. Scarab! Another scarab! Okay, not this one. This isn't greenish blue, this is just outright green. I'm moving around it. Why is that can rolling towards me? Drink one of these. I'm assuming this is the car, right? No? Hold on. This could be just some innocent person's car that I'm just breaking. I guess not. Oh, you know what? I could have been breaking into cars so long ago. Oh. You know, so it is gonna be in the back here. Greenish blue car. What's the license plate looking like? Wait, what was he looking at? Ugh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is there a way out? Is there a way out? Is there a way out? Why? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Where are we going? Anywhere but here, really. Let me save the game real quick. Didn't realize the town just decided it wanted to turn up real quick. Definitely can't head that way. Where haven't we been yet? Rosewater Park. Okay, there we go. That's where we're going. That's where we're going. Excuse me. Looking for my wife. You're not her. Oh god. Don't mind me just pulling out my map. Excuse me. Pardon me, please. All right. What do you mean there's a roadblock? This door wasn't here before. Let me in. That's racist. Guess we're not going this way. But wait, where else do we go? Well, clearly we're not getting anywhere in there. They're trying to drive us somewhere. Is there a straight path anywhere? By the apartments, maybe. And then we could take the long way. Let's try that. Oh man, this is actually spooky. I don't know where to go. Oh, wrong way. What does the roadblock look like here though? Wait, what's he looking at? What are they? I shouldn't go through. I don't know why. I won't. They don't. But it feels like they do. No smell at all. There's a beetle next to me. The actual monster, actually. I feel like I should fight this one. I'm not sure why. So we're not going this way. Dude, the only clear path I can see is by the actual apartments. So we have to run all the way around, then make a right, then go down. So I think every other way is blocked. This is crazy. We gotta get to Salt Street, make this right. This man's eyes must be cooked by this point. If you're trying to run through a storm like this, think about how much dust would be in your eyes. This man must have little to no ability to see right now. The crust would be insane. Plus, like, all the wind is blowing in his face now. All it takes is one rusty nail and you're cooked. Please. Okay, so we're not going that way. So there's obviously something we haven't hit yet. We're not going this way. We're not going that way. Are we going back to the... No, not going to the bar. Is there somewhere I haven't been yet? I know we're supposed to get to the park, but... we have to go back to the road? I guess? That's the only spot that looks open right now. I do like this that this game is doing this though. It shows me different spots I've been and it's telling you like you have to go somewhere else without necessarily coming out and saying like head here in this direction. What the? I haven't been in this Happy Burger spot. Can I even go in this Happy Burger spot? I don't have a reason to. I don't think the game will let me. Yeah, no. Oh my goodness. Just follow me. I think we were supposed to come here much earlier. think we were supposed to come in here much further. Nah, there's no way y'all followed me in here. You going on the grill next. James, unlock the door. Who else is in here with me? There you are. Due to the soundtrack, I could barely hear when the radio's going off, so I didn't think that was gonna happen. There's something in here I haven't discovered yet. Hey, yo, cameraman. It's a married man, you know. He can't just throw his cheeks in the camera like that. Oh, some health. Wasn't completely pointless. Yes, I don't think we needed to come here, but I think we got what we came for, really. Oh, let me go through the front door. Wherever that happens to be. Where are we going? I went right back to the Happy Burger. That's how easy it is to get lost. I would not survive in this situation, by the way. There's no way. We can't go here either. Am I actively stuck? Is the only place to go is Happy Burger? Are they telling me to be fat right now? This way's cut off. That way's cut off. The only place I can really go is back to the burger bar. I think that's the only spot I haven't grabbed everything from. don't think this place has a front door, funnily enough, that's unblocked. Do I need anything here, or is this just where I'm railroading myself? Let's go back in here. Anything in the lockers, possibly? No. Anything on the shelves? I don't think so. I'm just running around in the darkness trying to find something. Yeah, no, I don't think I had to come here. I think we already got what we came for, which is the medicine. Maybe back to the bar? Oh, I can't even go in here again. So maybe there's like another passageway to this park? Okay, you're dead. I know this man James is tired of me because I have not found the right way to go yet. A key card. Wait. Nope, I have no idea. Not getting in there anytime soon. Can't jump in there. Oof. Oh no. This other one just happens to be here. Does appear to be a little bit of a stamina system. I've not been in here yet. Wow. Apparently there's stuff in here to discover. Another diner. Why does Silent Hill so many diners? Man was here again. I told him he'd be warned not to come here. He acted like he didn't know what I was talking about. Anyway, he got up and left, didn't make any sort of fuss, but there's something about him that gives me the creeps. When I look at his face, it's like I'm staring at a mask. There's something underneath waiting to get out. I don't want to be there when that happens. What is happening? Looks like somebody specifically was giving a lot of people trouble. Pretty sure I looked around at everything in here already. Ay, ay, ay. His radio's still beating. There's still enemies nearby. Oh. Where do I go from here? Let me save the game again just in case. What was actually the last thing I picked up? Woodside Apartments. Woodside Apartments. Okay. That's where we need to be. That is horrifying. Don't run now. You wanted this. Made you bring that up, Hybrid. I'm guessing you're looking through the mod list and notice that some characters don't have them. All right. That was a lot of running around. Oh, we're just doing this. I was like, there's an item I picked up that made this happen. I just forgot. Oh, wait, what? Hmm. 3 bright coins in the 5 holes be. First sits the maiden underneath the tree. The wind from behind the maiden doth blow. A beautiful flower alone has to grow. And here comes the man so sleek and fine. In the pale moonlight his eyes doth shine. I don't have any of this that I need so far, so we're just gonna keep moving. I just want a flashlight. Let me check my controls. Okay, yeah, no, I don't have a flashlight yet. Oh my goodness. The radio's picking up a little something. There's something in my eye. Oh my god. Ugh. Oh, the apartments have multiple floors. Gotcha. Oh, I thought I unlocked something. That happens to be a really...
Hello? Is anyone there?
Now, James, you know that can't possibly be human. Is this door gonna slam in my face? Mannequins. Oh no. Oh, a flashlight. How I've missed you. Oh, whoa. Okay, all right. That's how we're doing this. Oh, you got hands. Hold on, nah, mama ain't raised one. Guess nothing's ever for free. Craziness. Let me actually stay like this. Let me in. And the flashlight is just enough so you're not in pitch black darkness. Can't get too comfortable in here, I see. Man, Silent Hill is a lot more ghetto than I thought it'd be. Graffiti and just ammo shells just sitting here. Not shells, but bullets. Keep thinking right trigger's the dodge button for some reason. Back to the first floor I go. What am I looking at? This door wasn't open before. Or was it? I think it was actually. I think I literally just came from here. Guess we're going to 201 again. Or is 201 also locked? Or like silent O block is crazy. Let me actually snooze these ads. I think actually this might be a good spot to call it for now. Just because I have a few things I need to get done throughout the day anyway. But this is really fun. Let me switch screens here. Yeah, I've been really enjoying Silent Hill 2. Like so far the remake is hitting the areas I needed to hit. But that was really fun. I want to say ooh, thank you to everybody who decided to stick around for that. Definitely gonna be playing more of that Wednesday. And just doing more of a playthrough of that. I think Friday we'll continue doing something different, but I think Monday and Wednesday going forward we'll probably continue with this playthrough. But again, Shaggy, thank you so much for the resub for the 22 months. Highly appreciate it. Appreciate that. Hybrid for chopping it up. Nightmares for coming through. Agent Chavez for the follow. Say Ray for the follow. Cesar for the raid if he's still here in the background. Wolf, Jay, Tony, Grinning. Who else did I want to thank? Nia, T, Pebs. Forgetting someone. I'm forgetting a lot of people actually. It always happens to me. I'm like, did I get everybody? And I'm like, I don't know if I fully like thanked everybody. Let me see. Who did I miss? Who did I miss? I think that's everybody. Well, if I did miss anyone, I do say, oh, Captain. Thank you also for the alert, Captain. But if I missed any Sonic as well, if I missed anybody else, I do deeply apologize. But just know I appreciate each and every last one of you. And it really means a lot. But yeah, we'll be back Wednesday with more Silent Hill 2. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your days and our nights. You're all wonderful people. If you're on YouTube, stick around for the outro. If you're on Twitch, stick around for the raid. And just keep in mind that no matter what it is, whether it's something that you're trying to get good at, whether it's a hobby that you're doing, whether it's a person you're talking to, or anything of the sort, regardless of where you're going in life, don't beat yourself too much up about where you're at and what you're doing. And try to enjoy as much as the process as you can, whether that be developing a skill or getting to a certain place where you need to be, because that's going to be the lessons you learn now is what's going to carry you after you get to where you want to be. And I think that's the most important thing, staying positive and keeping in a cool headspace, because I've seen so many different people, the impacts it's made on their lives. And it can seem like the moment that you try to turn your life around, or the moment that you try to do something positive, is when everything and a mama who has anything negative to say or do comes out. And I think that's kind of just how things go. You know, the moment you try to save money, something horrible happens. It costs you to have to spend money. I think that's just the way things go. But if you can keep those positive habits and keep that positive outlook, within reason, of course. I'm not saying to stay positive through each and every little thing, because it's positive to express your emotions as well. Within reason, of course. But to keep that outlook, to keep those positive habits, and to stay alongside that path that will get you to where you want to be, where you need to be. That's the important thing that's going to carry you through the rest of life. And asking for help when you need it, of course. But yeah, with that all being said, I will catch you guys Wednesday. Hope you guys take it easy. Let me see who we're going to be rating. I don't get the chance to rate Grinning often, so I think we're going to be rating him. What is he playing? Bloodborne. Definitely got to rate the man's playing Bloodborne. Okay. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Mondays. I'll see you guys Wednesday. First rate message for everybody sub to the channel. Second one is for everybody that isn't.